Would you like to learn how to plan a fashion photo shoot in 5 easy steps? If you do, keep watching. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Linda Roy. I am a lifestyle and fashion lifestyle photographer, and in today's video I'm going to share with you guys how to plan a photo shoot in 5 easy steps. And if you stay all the way to the end, I will give you a 6th bonus step. So let's get started. Step 1 is to create a concept for your photo shoot. When you're creating a concept, you should be inspired by something. You can be inspired by nature. You can be inspired by editorial spreads you saw in fashion magazines. You can go to the art museum, be inspired by paintings. You can be inspired by sculpture. You can also go to fashion websites, be inspired by their lookbooks. There's just a lot of things you can be inspired by. It's just, personal preference. You can be inspired by clothing you saw at a store. It just really depends. But once you have that inspiration and you know what you're going to try to shoot, then you need to create a mood board. I showed you a mood board in another video. I'll link that up here. I'll probably go into how to create a mood board more in depth in another video at some point. But you grab photos from, the internet and you make the mood board and you kind of know what you're going to shoot. Something else that I do is I try to decide what type of emotion I want to convey in my photographs, and that helps me make a more creative or a more cohesive photo shoot. But once you have that document created, then you can share it with other people that are going to be involved in the photo shoot, and you all can be on the same page, which takes us to our next step. Step 2 is to assemble a team. For a photo shoot, you need to have a model, a hairstylist, a makeup artist, and possibly a wardrobe stylist. If you don't have any friends that do any of those things, you can go to Instagram and search for a makeup artist, put your town name in there and see what comes up. If you find some people that you like that are in your area, go ahead and follow them. Look at their profile. You might check out their website for some of their work, and then you might want to DM them and see if they're willing to collaborate with you. You can find a model the same way too, but if you're not able to find one that you like on Instagram and you have a little bit of portfolio work you can show, just email a modeling agency in your area if you have a reputable one and see if they've got any new faces that are in need of images, or if they've got any models that just got their hair cut or something and they need to have fresher work in their books. But those are ways to get a model or a makeup artist. If you're not able to find all those people, you can do a simple natural no makeup photo shoot. You might have to do a little bit more work in post-production, but that is an option also. And for a wardrobe stylist, if you're not able to find one, you can go to a local boutique. If they've got the clothing to match your theme, you can go in there and ask them. You speak to the manager or the owner and ask them if they loan clothes for photo shoots. If they do, you offer them, trade for print, TFP, and you give them images. Sometimes they'll say they don't do that, but they'll offer you to pay a deposit that you'll get back if you return the clothes in relatively new condition, because they still need to be able to sell them. They also want you to leave a deposit just in case you don't bring the clothes back, and just in case you don't steal them. They don't know you, but you can build a relationship with them and maybe use more and more of their clothing as you do more test shoots. But that's how you assemble a team, and we're on to your next step. Step 3 is to find a location. If you don't have a place in mind, or if you want to find a different place, sometimes you can ask your team members if they know of a place. Once you do get that information, you need to go out and take photos so you can make sure that the place is a correct place and it'll work with your photo shoot. So you can put a board together of your mood board of the different spots within the location that you want to do your photo shoot. Step 4 is equipment. For me, I usually lay out all my equipment the night before the photo shoot, just so I make sure I have everything. If I need to clean anything, I can do that then. I, make sure I have my lenses, my camera bodies working. I charge my batteries. If the batteries are not charged, you can do that starting the morning, the day before the photo shoot. Or if you only have one battery charger, you might want to start on 2 days before. Like if your shoot's on Friday, start charging batteries on Wednesday. I've got about 2 or 3 different chargers, so I can do it the day before. Also, if you're going to be shooting in open sunlight, make sure you've got all of your accessories like diffusers to diffuse the light. Also, if you've got a reflector or a V-flat that you can use to bring light onto the model and so on and so forth, make sure you have all that laid out so you know where it is and you can get to it quickly and load up your car or your SUV to get to the photo shoot quickly. I also, create a shot list the night before the photo shoot, just so I have an idea of what the progression of the shoot's going to be. And I can think about it while I'm sleeping. And tip number 5 is the day of the photo shoot. On the photo shoot, I go ahead and pack my bag if I haven't done it the night before. Then I'll sit down again and solidify my shot list. If I have the clothes with me, I'll also lay out the clothing in the order that I want to shoot them. I also arrive to the photo shoot location probably about an hour before everybody gets there, just so I can figure out where I want to shoot exactly and set up all my equipment so nobody's waiting on me once everyone gets to the photo shoot location. Once everybody's there, if I have a wardrobe stylist, we'll look at the clothing and figure out what order. I'll also talk to the makeup artist and help her or help him not actually put the makeup on, but I'll check to make sure the makeup is right. And same thing with the hairstylist. So that's pretty much what I do on the day of the photo shoot. Also, when I'm shooting, just depending on how the model's moving, I take anywhere from 300 to like 800 or 900 photos. It just depends on how well the model moves and how many outfits we have, and make sure how many different angles I need to tell the story. So that's tip number 5. Oh yeah, the bonus tip. Step number 6 involves post-production. So when you shoot those photos, you need to be able to process the raw files. So depending on how many photos you shoot, the easiest thing is to have something like Lightroom or Capture One. I actually use Capture One. There's a lot of different software out there that processes raw files. There's also something called On One. I've used that in the past, but the main two are Capture One and Lightroom. Once you process all the photos in, then you need to edit them down to a manageable number. I don't color grade, I don't clean up photos before I have my final selections, because that's just a waste of time if you're not even going to use those photos. So I edit them down to about 15, and I'll do that over a 2-day period just so I don't get too involved in it and I don't make the wrong selection. So I'll make 2 passes, then I'll go either put everything away and then I start working on something else, and I come back and I make the final 2. Sometimes I even do a 5th pass if I'm still torn about some of the images, but if I've got about 15, I look at them, and if there's not too much work to do on them, then I will clean them up and then I'll color grade them. If I've got a lot of things going on, I will hire a retoucher to do the cleanup work, and then I color grade them afterwards. If you don't have a retoucher, ask some of your other photographer friends who they use. If not, you can also go to Fiverr and try to find somebody, but I would actually, caution you on that. Make sure that they're a good retoucher, because a lot of times they say they're a retoucher and you're their first client and their photos kind of look good, but once they do your photos, they don't look that good at all. So, just be cautious when you do that. Once you get everything back from the retoucher or you're finished cleaning up and color grading, I make my images into 3 different sizes. One for social media like Instagram, one size for my website, and then a print size for my printed portfolio. I don't reprint my portfolio every time I do a photo shoot. I just have those for when I get ready to make a printed portfolio. I showed you one of my printed portfolios in an earlier video, and I usually do that about twice a year. So once you have all those sizes, you upload them to the website, put them on social media. The print sizes, sometimes I actually make something a little bit smaller to push it out to the team. So I have a third-party website where I upload the 15 photos so the team can see them, and then I will either send it to them via WeTransfer or put it in a Dropbox for them to download. No, I don't let my team choose the photos, because you'll end up retouching 50 photos instead of the best 5 or 10 photos that you've created. So, I used to do that when I first started shooting, and I would be retouching photos for 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks, because I would allow people to choose 3 to 5 photos, and they're always different from what I chose. So you need to be choosing the best work that you've done as a photographer and that you want people to see, and you just give them to them. If they do want a different photo or an extra photo, I let them know up front that they have to pay for that extra photo to be retouched. Most of the time they don't want a different photos, but if they do, I'll show them, whether they're a makeup artist or a hairstylist, 4 or 5 different shots that showcase their work, and I let them pick from those. I don't show them any more than that, and I remind them that they will pay for it, and that's whether or not I retouch them or if I send them out to someone else. So I hope all of this made sense to you. There you have it, 5 easy steps to plan a fashion photo shoot, plus 1 bonus tip. If you guys felt the video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you have any questions or comments about any of the steps or want some more clarification, make sure you put that in the comments section below. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. I am posting videos every Friday now, so stay tuned, and I'll see you next week. Bye.